Hey fellow knitters, welcome to my Colorwork series. In this video I'm demonstrating how to weave in your ends. So a lot of times when we do color work, especially with something like this where you're constantly attaching colors, you always have tails. And one of the ways to prolong the life of your work is to weave in your ends versus just tying them in a knot and cutting them. If you do that, when you tie a knot and cut the tail, it can come unraveled, and then your work could potentially be unraveled as a result of that. So the best way to preserve your work as well as the actual life of your work is to weave in your ends. So I'm getting ready to start a new section here. So I've just finished this red and pink section. So before I put on my new colored yarns, I want to take care of these tails right here. So this was a tail. I've already woven in the blue end to this because we have a yellow and a blue here. And what I'm getting ready to do is to weave in this yellow and then weave in the beginning tail of the red and pink section. I've actually already woven in the red tail, as you can see right here. This is the end of the tail that I've woven into the back of my work. When weaving in your ends, you always weave them in, obviously, on the wrong side of your work. And the key is to do it in such a way that when you turn your work over back to the right side, you can't see any indication of a tail. So that's the whole purpose for this. Obviously, you will need a tapestry needle because that's what you'll be using to weave in your end. And so you simply thread it onto the tapestry needle, and also you always want to make sure that you leave 6 to 8 inches of tail so that you have the ability of doing this. Alright, so I'm looking at the wrong side of my work, and what we're going to be working with are these purl bumps. So I've got 2 rows here of purl bumps. I've got a row that's, this is a float right here, this blue. If I'm going to pull this down just a little bit so you can see. But I've got one row that has yellow purl bumps here, and then the row directly above it has red and yellow purl bumps. This is what they look like. And actually the bumps are the tops of the stitch are these yellow ones here, and then down here the tops of the stitches are the yellow ones here. So they go in different directions. So for example, in this row right here that's red and yellow, the top portion right here, which is the yellow, it forms almost like an umbrella. You can think of it that way. And then the bottom portion of this row, because we're actually going to be weaving the tail in between these 2 rows right here. So this row right here that's all yellow, you've got these bottom ones. Each one has a bottom one, but we're going to be looking at the bottom ones here, which form like a U, like the letter U. And so the key is that we're going to be weaving our tail in like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here with this red one. I'm going to go up through it like this. And then I'm going to follow the curvature of this upper portion here, this yellow umbrella, and follow it, and you notice how it goes down into the next red one. So that's where I'm going to insert the tapestry needle through. And then I'm going to go over back towards me diagonally to go into the top of the yellow like that. So you're kind of at an angle. Then you pull that through. And then now we're going to follow along the bottom part of the yellow, which is this U right here. And you see how it goes up into this yellow here, and then we're going to come back again towards my left hand up through that red that we came down through originally. And then we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to keep moving to the right, and so you notice this yellow one here, this yellow umbrella, is going down into this next red one. So we're going to go down through it like that, and then again at an angle down through that yellow one that we came up through prior. And so it's not quite a figure 8 because it doesn't actually go across. And then again, if you come down here, there's this U right here that goes up into this yellow one. We're going to follow that like that. And then at an angle, go back up through the red that we came down through. And then we're going to again come across where this yellow umbrella here goes down into that red. We're going to do the same thing. And then at an angle back down through that yellow that we came up through. And then now this yellow one down here goes into this blue one. And so we're going to go in through the blue and then up through that red that we came down through before. And so I usually do about three to 4. And then when you're done, I usually do like a centimeter, like that. And so that yellow one is woven into the back of your work. As you can see, if you flip it over, there's no indication of that yellow. So that is how you weave in your ends when doing color work. Please do subscribe to my video channel. I do have other videos within this series. This is my color work series. And then I also have other videos out there as well. Please do provide feedback and comments because I do appreciate those, and I do respond to them as well. So again, thank you for watching.